I wasn't really going to do a video on this because it's something that, most serious boxing fans just don't take seriously at all. But I've been hearing this argument a lot more over the past couple of weeks, and it's people saying that anyone that holds a belt should be looked at equally, and the other one is Deontay Wilder is a far better heavyweight champion and should be thought of above Tyson Fury. Now, this shouldn't be taken seriously at all by anybody, that has half a clue about the sport. If you look at any boxing ranking system, Boxrec, Ring Magazine, Boxing News 24, maybe not quite a serious as one as Boxrec and Ring Magazine, none of these people rank Wilder above Tyson Fury. And why I'm using these boxing ranking systems, Boxrec, Ring Magazine, etc., is because they include all heavyweights. You can't just look at the WBC or the IBF and say, oh well, Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder, they were ranked number one there, so they're the best heavyweight. Because it doesn't include people like Wladimir Klitschko, it doesn't include people like Tyson Fury or anyone else that holds a belt. Obviously, Wladimir doesn't hold a belt anymore, but he's not in some of the ranking systems, so that's why they shouldn't be taken seriously. The only ones that should be taken seriously, obviously, are the ranking systems that include all the heavyweights, because that's the only way, obviously, you can compare them all to each other and compare all their performances when they're actually being ranked against each other. It should be plainly obvious to everybody that in order to be the best heavyweight, there's only real one heavyweight champion. One real heavyweight champion. The rest are all belt holders. Seriously, you cannot be the best heavyweight in the world without beating the best guy in the world. I don't know how anyone finds this really difficult to understand. If you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. You can't just beat, for Wilder, for example, and Joshua. Joshua fought Martin, and Martin was ranked number 8 or 9 in the world to get the belt. There's a big difference between beating Charles Martin and beating Alexander Povetkin, or beating Wladimir Klitschko, or Tyson Fury, or Deontay Wilder, as a matter of fact. And there's a big difference between Deontay Wilder fighting Stavern, who was only ranked number 5 at the world, at his very highest, and then beating Tyson Fury or a Wladimir Klitschko. There's a huge difference there. Stavern, best win was against Chris Arreola, and just look how people are making fun of Deontay Wilder fighting Chris Arreola now. One of the arguments people put forward is Deontay Wilder has had more title defences than Tyson Fury. Okay, number one, Deontay Wilder never beat the best guy in the world, or actually anybody really close to the best in the world at the time, to get the belt. And then look who's fought since then. Eric Molina, ranked 47th in the world. Johan Duhaupas, ranked, I think it was like 37th in the world. Artur Szpilka, ranked 21 in the world. Now he's going back down to Chris Arreola again, who's ranked 42nd in the world. Doesn't matter how many of these guys he beats, he can fight a million of these guys. It's never going to make him number one. It doesn't matter how many title defences he has against guys that are far lower level than even the top 10 guys. Artur Szpilka was the best guy he's defended the title against, and he's not even in the top 20. It's not like there's not good fighters out there for him to fight. There's plenty of them. There's even plenty in the WBC. If you just look at where Deontay Wilder is ranked in these other systems, you go on Boxrec, he's ranked number 3 right now. He just got put up above Alexander Povetkin. Ring Magazine, he's only number 3 in that because Alexander Povetkin's been removed from the Ring Magazine rankings because of failing the drug test, obviously. The Boxing News 24, that's another one. Deontay Wilder's ranked number 5 in the world, behind Luis Ortiz, Alexander Povetkin, Wladimir Klitschko, and Tyson Fury. Another problem with the argument is saying, well, Wilder's had more title defences than Tyson Fury. I mean, despite the fact that Tyson Fury's in a contract to fight the second best fighter in the world again next month, is the fact that Anthony Joshua, right, he's got another title defence. He's got his first title defence, and that's going to be before the Wladimir Klitschko versus Tyson Fury fight. So in other words, he's going to get a chance to defend his title before Tyson Fury does. And he's going to be fighting Dominic Breazeale. So are people saying that Anthony Joshua should be ranked higher than Tyson Fury because he's fought Charles Martin and Dominic Breazeale? I mean, has anyone actually ever watched a Charles Martin fight? You know, he's not the most skilled boxer. He's not the most talented boxer in the division. I mean, he's never going to be a top 10 fighter. Dominic Breazeale as well. He's kind of slow. Yeah, he's big, but he's slow. He's never going to be a top 10 fighter, and he's not in the top 10 right now. He's not even in the top 20. You know, you can't rank him above these other great fighters just because he had a title defence. I mean, the argument makes no sense at all. I mean, you cannot rank Anthony Joshua above Tyson Fury because he's fought Charles Martin ranked 8th in the world and Dominic Breazeale ranked 22nd or 23rd or something in the world. When Tyson Fury's just beat the best heavyweight in the world, who's been ranked number 1 in the world for almost 10 years during his title reign. Now, the other argument people put forward is, well, Deontay Wilder's performance has just been so much better than Tyson Fury's and Wladimir Klitschko's that he should be ranked higher than them. Now, the problem with this argument, obviously, is his performance has not been better. It's been worse. I mean, if you look at his title defences against these quite low-ranked fighters compared to him, Eric Molina, you know, lost a round, had some trouble with him. Johan Tuipa lost a round against him, had some trouble with him. Artur Szpilka, okay, yes, the judges' scorecards officially had Deontay Wilder winning that fight, but for the majority of people watching that fight, Artur Szpilka was outboxing Deontay Wilder. Now let's look at Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury fought Derek Chisora, who's a solid top 15 fighter, as in ranked higher than Szpilka, Tuipa, Molina. How was Tyson Fury's performance against Derek Chisora? He dominated him. He won every single round. He made it look very easy. Christian Hammer as well. He's in the top 20, as in ranked above Eric Molina, Tuipa, Szpilka again. Dominated him, won every round, made it look easy. Now let's have a look at Wladimir Klitschko against what some people would say is low-ranked fighters. Now you've got Alex Leapai. Now Alex Leapai was actually his mandatory at the time, but let's just consider him a low-ranked fighter because a lot of people probably will here. Wladimir Klitschko. He not only won every single round, but knocked him out in the 5th round, far faster than Wilder did against Molina, Szpilka, blah blah. Francis Pianeta knocked him out in the 6th round, won every round again. Jean-Marc Mormec won every round, knocked him out in the 4th round. So, Wladimir Klitschko's performance, compared to Deontay Wilder's, so far has been miles better than anything Deontay Wilder has performed against his three voluntary defences. So to say Deontay Wilder's performance has been so much better than Wladimir Klitschko, or so much better than Tyson Fury, is... I mean, there's no evidence for that at all. All the facts and all the evidence points to Tyson Fury and Wladimir Klitschko's performance being better. So if your argument is Deontay Wilder should be ranked higher because of his performance, then it's simply not true at all. I think I've covered everything now, but what it really comes down to is the fact if you want to be the best heavyweight in the world, you have to beat the best heavyweight in the world. And right now, that is Tyson Fury. And you just can't get around it. It doesn't matter if you hate Tyson Fury, it doesn't matter if you're a massive Wladimir Klitschko fan, a massive Deontay Wilder fan, Luis Ortiz, Anthony Joshua. They have to prove they're the best by beating this guy. And there's no evidence or no proof out there to say that any of these guys are going to easily beat Tyson Fury, or even beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury might go undefeated for a long time. It's very possible. There's nothing that you can point at and say these other boxers are just far superior to Tyson Fury. So until someone beats him, he is the best heavyweight in the world, and it doesn't matter how many title defenses or who these other people beat. Until they beat the number one guy in the division, they're never going to be the number one guy, and that's it.